Now it's time for full body workout 3. Woo. Oh my God. So that was 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh my God. All right, good morning everyone and welcome to another Fit Vegan workout video. We haven't done one of those in a long time. So this video is gonna come out between Christmas and New Year's, and some of you are waiting to get in shape in 2025. And so Ivy and I wanted to share 3 full body workouts that you can do as a split in 2025 to kickstart your own transformation. So this is intended to do on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so that you have a day of rest in between the workouts. Ultimately, you can do a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday if you want to, but the intention is to have to break in between every single one of them. And those are all exercises that you'll be able to do from the comfort of your own home. As you can see, you are in our living room right now. We have a tight space, but we're gonna make it work to show you that it's doable and that you don't need a gym to kickstart your transformation and get great results, okay? So we're gonna run you through the 3 workouts, and Ivy and I are gonna do every single one of them. And so if you choose to want to do the workout with us, the first link down below in the description will be a link for you to download our free Fit Vegan guide that contains the 3 workouts we're gonna be doing with you today. That way you have the workout for yourself and you can do it on your own terms. If you wanna do it with us, you can watch the video with us, you can suffer with us a little bit, and all those workouts should be about like 20-ish minutes each. They're gonna be pretty rapid, but the intention is to get in, get the job done, get out, go focus on your nutrition so you can build some muscle and become a fit vegan. You excited? All right, so we're going to start off with a warm-up. Again, this warm-up that we're gonna explain, we're not gonna do it every single workout that we're gonna show you today, but feel free to use this warm-up for every single one of the workouts. We just won't repeat it because then it would be redundant. So for your warm-up, several things you can do. What can people do for a warm-up?
Knee tuck.
All right, knee touches. If you have a treadmill at your house, if you have a bicycle, a stationary one, if you have a bike trainer, you can just do that for 5 to 10 minutes. All you wanna do is get your body warmed up, because here's an example for Ivy here and little Mr. Axel.
With his outfit.
So if you go into a workout cold, what happens is if you have a frozen band, so if I was to freeze this band and pull on it, I would break it, all right? That's like going into your workout cold. So the importance of warming up is so you have that elasticity in your muscles and in your body so you're less likely to get injured.
Right.
So all you want to do is sweat a little bit. What's the first one?
No pooping.
Just high knees?
Yeah.
Knee touches, right? So you can do the jumping one. You can do the jumping one. It's a little bit more advanced. You can do the jumping one like Ivy's doing. If not, you can just start like that. You gotta warm up your hip flexors, you gotta warm up your legs. All right, you gotta feel free to do each of them for 30 seconds or so. You can do some jumping jacks for 30 seconds if you want to. Right, all the way down. Ivy and coordination, all right? Right, so if jumping hurts a little bit, do what Ivy's doing, just one leg on the side. One leg on the side, right? And then switch to the other side, right? That way there's a lot less impact on that movement. You're warming up your legs, you're warming up your arms, you're warming up your shoulders. Now, if you're gonna be doing a workout with your partner, another fun one that you can do is knee touches, basically. So you have your partner in front of you. The goal is to touch the inside of their knee, and that means you get 1 point. So first 1 to 10 points if you want to. So Ivy's gonna try to do it and stay within this zone. All right, you ready? First 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, winning.
7,
Yeah.
8,
I'm low.
9,
10, 11, 12,
10. All right. See, that already got my heart rate up already. Or you can play with your dog. Axel. Axel. So, again, there's different ways to do your warm-up. The intention is just to get your heart rate up a little bit. My heart rate is up. Ivy hit me with her ring. I can feel it. I can feel it on my fingers. Ultimately, yeah, treadmill, knee touches, knee tap with your partner. Feel free to do some body weight squats really nice and slowly. If you're just beginning, you can do them sitting down on the couch and getting right back up. All right? Do you feel pretty warmed up?
Yeah, I'm hot.
Yeah, I'm already hot. All right, so for the first exercise that we're going to do, we're gonna start off with body weight squats. So every single exercise, we're gonna teach you the right form. So the first thing you're gonna do for your body weight squat is you're gonna go shoulder width. You wanna have your toes slightly pointed on the outwards, maybe like 10 degrees on the outside. So it's gonna help with the activation of your glutes and your hamstring. So glutes, gonna be the butt cheek and the hamstring. You can show this view from the front, I'll show from the side. There you go. So what you wanna do when you're going down is you want to sit backwards, not forward, because if I just start to go down forward like this, my knees are gonna go over my toes and it's gonna prevent me from going lower, right? So trying to squat down with your knees forward, There you go, right? There's a limitation here. I can feel the tension in my ankle, in my knees. So what you want to do is as you go down, you want to sit your butt backwards like this, stick your butt out and go and sit down to 90 degrees, all the way down. There you go. All the way down to 90 degrees. So when you're down here, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on squeezing your glute and your hamstring, and you're going to prop yourself up. All right, so go down, and then just squeeze your butt. Do you naturally come up?
Yes.
All right, so you want to go out, sit down, squeeze your butt up. All right, so now the other thing that's focusing is Ivy's focusing on pushing her knees on the outside, on each side. So for those of you that are a little bit newer to the movement, your body might want to find the path of least resistance. So as you're squatting down, your knees might be doing this here to try and get your body weight up. So trying to put a conscious emphasis on pushing your knees on the outside, okay? So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to do 2 rounds of 10 to 15 repetitions. So Ivy's going to be doing with body weight. If you're feeling a little bit more advanced, feel free to grab some dumbbells, some weights. If you have a resistance band, I'm gonna show the example with your resistance band. Ivy's gonna grab axle, right? The most important part is that you're keeping your back straight as well. So Ivy can do it from the front with axle, all right? Just gonna bring this up here, and let's go down for 10 to 15, all right? 1, 2, 3, like that. And 4, there you go. 5, 6, 7, don't forget to breathe through the movement. 8, 9, 10, all right, 2 more. Axel's enjoying this one. 11, and 12. Awesome.
I have a 6-pound
all right,
on me.
So the goal is 10 to 15 repetitions. What you want to do is you want to stop about 1 to 2 repetitions from your maximum. And so if you can do 15 repetitions of the exercise already, then you need to add a little bit more weight. So that could be grabbing Tempe. Call Tempe to see if he comes.
Tempe, come here.
See if Tempe wants to participate. So you just want to increase the resistance ultimately if it's too easy. So if a squat is too easy, go from an axle to a Tempe.
6
right?
pounds to a 30.
That extra 20 pounds of Tempe, right? Or grab some resistance band. If you want to create more tension and resistance band on your squat, instead of having your feet closer like this, you can put them a little bit wider. You can pull the band on the inside. That way we'll create more tension on the outside of the band, right? And it'll create more resistance when you're doing your squat. So at the end of the day, you want to leave 1 or 2 reps left in the tank when you're doing the exercise. Now let's go do for the second round. So what you want to do in between your rounds is you want to rest 30 to 60 seconds ultimately, right? You want to rest enough so that you're able to maximize your next set. So your next combination of 10 to 15 repetitions, okay? So I'm going to show the example sitting on the couch. Ivy's just going to do the body weight one.
Okay.
So you can turn sideways, so you can show this sideways view, okay? All right, so now, again, if a full body squat is too challenging right now, you can grab your couch, you can grab a kitchen chair, whatever it may be, and all you're gonna do is you're simply going to sit your butt down as if you were to sit in a chair, and then as soon as you start to touch the couch, you're gonna get back up. All right, that's gonna be 1 repetition. If that's still too hard, then you can go all the way down, sit on the couch, and get right back up without putting your hands on your legs, right? Regardless of where you're at, it doesn't matter. As long as it's challenging, you'll be able to work your way up, right? So let's go. So that was 2, 3, 4. When you're at the top, squeeze your butt cheek together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Awesome, good job. All right, so that is the first exercise. Now we're gonna rest 30 to 60 seconds, and we're gonna move into the next exercise, which I got the plan here, which is the one that I've linked down below for you guys, which we're gonna be doing some push-ups. So I'm gonna offer you some different variations. We're gonna do 2 rounds of 10 to 15 repetitions, okay?
Okay.
Because we'll be doing 2 sets and there's each of us, I'll offer different variations, okay?
Okay.
So you can do the push-ups on the knees
Okay.
at first, and I'll just show the regular push-up, and then the next round we'll each show different variations, okay? So here's gonna be the important factors when you're gonna be doing the push-up. If you're wondering where to position your hand, right? Some people don't know how to go wider or to go closer. The number one thing to do, and I'm scared to lay on the ground because I forgot to vacuum and we have a lot of dog hair on the ground. So if I get back up, I won't be covered in hair. But what you want to do is you're going to go on the ground, lay on your stomach. You're going to put your hands in a position where you would naturally put them to get back up, right? So lay on your ground. So right, go flat on the ground, right on exhale. All right, so put your hands naturally where you would put them to push yourself back up. That's going to be the hand position for your push-up. All right, so Ivy's going to do them on her knees. So what you want is if you were to have a stick, you want the stick to touch the top of the head, the upper back, and the butt. You want to have everything to be in a straight line, okay? I'm just going to do a regular push-up. We're going to go for 10 to 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, come on, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Awesome, good job. All right, so that will be the first one at 10 to 15 repetitions. Ooh, look how covered in hair I am. All right.
Whoops.
Tempe comes with us everywhere we go at this point. So, again, we're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds. Then we're gonna move into our next round. So for the next round, my love, you can demonstrate, we're gonna try to show different variations so you guys can grab the one where you're currently at fitness-wise. If you can't do a full push-up, if you can't do a push-up on your knees, that's absolutely fine. So the next one, Ivy, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on your knees like this. You're gonna have your butt up and you're simply going to press like this, nose to the ground.
Okay.
With the butt up, okay? The reason why we're doing that is because, move it back a little bit, right? The more Ivy is back, the less of her body weight is gonna be on her arms and on her chest. Therefore, we'll make it easier, okay? The further out she's gonna be, the harder it's going to be. So that's gonna be one variation. Came out of the way a little bit.
Oh.
Just scoot over a little bit that side. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do on my side, if you guys want to still do a regular push-up or a push-up on your knees, we'll do something called a negative, right? So a negative is basically where you only do the part where you're controlling yourself going down. You don't do the press up. So you're still having the tension on the muscle that we're actively looking to work. And again, it's not about having a big, strong chest. It's about when you're moving in your day-to-day life and you have to push doors or you have to do things, it's gonna translate to that everyday movement, all right? So here's what a negative is gonna look like. Ivy's gonna demonstrate going on your knees and putting less tension. And a negative is simply gonna be going down very slowly, getting all the way to the ground, and then resetting your body. Getting back into position, going down very slowly, resetting the body, getting back into position, going down very slowly. All right, so you can do this as many times as needed. So if need, 10 to 15 reps. So if you're going down very slowly and you're not on your knees and that's becoming too challenging, then you can go on your knees and then do the negative again. Once you're at the bottom, just reposition yourself, go back down to negative until you reach your 10 to 15 repetitions. All right, perfect. All right, my love, good job. So again, we're only doing 2 rounds of the exercise. This workout is to help you get you kick-started in 2025. The reason why we're only doing 2 rounds of 10 to 15 repetitions, and I'm just gonna talk this out while we're in our break here, is because when you're newer to fitness, you don't have that mind-muscle connection. And so if I was to ask you to do very heavy weights on a squat, because a lot of people say that doing heavier weights is better for bone density and all of these things, but if your muscles aren't firing properly and you're doing a squat and your knees are going in and your back's going like this, you're gonna get injured with more weight. So by doing higher amount of repetition, you're building that mind-muscle connection so you can feel how the muscle's supposed to feel, and you're teaching it to activate properly so that you become like a piston when you're doing a squat versus doing this weird thing and trying to get the weight back up and getting injured. 2 sets is because we're slowly building that stressor into the body. If you go to 3 and to 4 and you're not used to it, it might be so tiring and you might be so sore that you don't want to do your next workout, okay? So that's exercise number 2. We're gonna drink a little bit of water. We're gonna do some resistance band row. So Ivy, remember this one? Mm-hmm. Want to explain that one?
Just step on the band, depending on where you are baseline wise, right? Because the shorter it is, the harder the resistance is, or the stronger. And the longer the band is, a bit easier for you.
Yeah, there'll be less tension on it.
Right.
All right. So what you want to do, I'm going to turn sideways, go wider, because you're stronger than that. There you go. All right. So what you want to do is you want to slightly put a bend in the knees, right? You want to hinge forward. So hinge forward at the hips, hinge, hinge, hinge. So the back is straight like this, okay? That's gonna be your position here. So straight line here. And then because you can see, there's loose tension in the band. So Ivy's not currently getting any tension, right? You want your arms to be all the way down here. There's no tension. So you're gonna crisscross them.
Oh, crisscross.
Let go of them. There you go. You see, now she's at the bottom and now there's tension in the band. So from here, then you're gonna pull your elbows to the back. There you go, that's perfect. All right, see how it transitions to getting Ivy to do the exercise versus me? All right, so you're gonna pull from the elbow. So pretend like there's 2 strings in the back of the elbow and you're pulling it up. You don't wanna use your arm and your forearm or your bicep to pull, because then you're working more of the bicep. Yes, it is indirectly being worked through this exercise, but this is a back-centric exercise. So in order to activate the lats in the back, we're gonna make sure we're pulling from the elbows, which is gonna help with that activation up here. Now, the main thing is you wanna focus on breathing and keeping your core tight, because you're noticing that the point of tension is right here on her body, and her pivot point is here. So that tension is gonna be down here. So when you're doing an exercise where you're bent over like this, the tension can go in one of 2 places. It can go on your core or it can go in your lower back. If you contract your core, you're moving that tension on the core and you're protecting your lower back. All right, you can stop, my love, good job.
Oh.
So same thing, 10 to 15 repetitions on this one. Again, if the band is too light, you can grab Mr. Axel and do your rows like this.
That's 6 pounds.
Yeah, 6 pounds, okay, one hand. Yes, Axel. Right? But ultimately you want to grab the weight that's going to be challenging enough. Again, you can feel free to use like reusable grocery bags, put some cans of beans, some nut milk, whatever you want in there to kind of add some weight, okay? So you guys got it down, the bent over row. You could be doing it with a resistance band or dumbbell or barbell, and it's going to be the exact same motion I've shared earlier. So I'll get you to lay flat on the back. Cross your arm, yeah, and Laura's, yeah. All right, out, out, legs out, there you go. All right, so you can have your partner like this. Keep your body straight, like a plank. You ready? Mm-hmm. No, your butt has to come up.
What? Oh.
There you go. 1, 2, 3. Look at Axel. 4. All right, so you can use your partner if you want to, or you can use resistance band and dumbbell.
Axel.
All right. Now, once you've done your 2 rounds of 10 to 15 repetitions for your bent over row, you're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds, and then we're gonna move to the other exercise, which again, we're only doing 5 exercises in the workout. It's gonna be overhead band shoulder press. So now for this one, if you have, again, water bottles, dumbbells, weights that you wanna use, just make sure that they're even on each arm, or if you have resistance band. Now, you wanna start off with 1 foot on the band, right? If you're not 6'4", maybe put 2 feet on the band. So that way you create more tension. It's just if I create more tension, the bands don't stretch that high. So we're gonna put 1 foot on the band, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it up in front of you, okay? So pretend like you're moving and you have a box, and you wanna grab this box and put it on top of a shelf, all right? So if you wanna grab a box and put it on top of a shelf, you wouldn't push out like this, like you see people doing in a gym going all the way back, right? That causes some tension on the lower back. So again, this is translate to everyday movement. Have your hands in front, hold the weight firmly with your thumbs wrapped around it, unless it's a water bottle. From here, what you're gonna do, your elbows are gonna be tucked in because you're holding that box. And as you're pressing to bring it up, you're gonna open up your elbows slightly. So from the side, here's what that looks like. We're going in, as we press, we're gonna bring the box on top. Bring the box down in front of you, clear your head, and press all the way to the top. Now, as you're doing this, a few things. You wanna make sure you're keeping your core tight. So make sure you're contracting your core, because again, as you're pressing, that tension can be going in your lower back. So you wanna focus it on the front. All right, so we're gonna do we'll do 12 repetitions, all right? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually hard. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh my God. There's a lot of tension stretching it that far out. Okay, we're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds before we do the next round. We're gonna switch, so if it gets the hard one.
No.
All right, so again, for me, I had 1 foot on it just because it has to stretch really high to go up here for me, so there's more tension, but Ivy may be able to put both feet on it. So very important when you're putting your feet on the band that you get equal amounts of resistance on each side.
I can't.
That's okay.
That's too hard.
So put 1 foot on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So now just make sure to kind of test it out to make sure you have even amount of resistance on it. Feels pretty even.
Oh my God, it's still hard.
Yeah?
It's not going up.
It's not going up? Okay, cool. All right, so here's an alternative. It's a perfect example. This is real life.
You're really strong.
Unplanned. Well, thank you. You know, I've been working out for
I think
how long? 19 years now? Sorry, Axel.
Oh Lord. Okay.
I'll get you to sit on the chair. This perfect example. So if you have a band and the band is too tight,
Yes.
get you to sit. Okay. I'm gonna put this under your feet. Yeah, and just, okay, put your heels on it, on the cushion. There you go, on the, perfect. Make sure you have equal amounts of tension on each side. Right?
Like
Yeah, that's all right, put 1 foot, that's okay.
1 foot?
Yeah, just put 1 foot instead.
I feel like this band's gonna snap on me.
It won't snap, it's stretched out for me.
Oh, maybe my leg will snap, one of those.
No, you'll be fine. All right, come on, push.
Oh,
Dude,
wow.
good job.
This is still tight. Oh my God. I need a body weight.
It's perfect, all right.
Wait.
So let's go for another alternative.
What if I just go like this? You think that's...
Yeah, but just make sure it's under the, like under the first legs of the chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go for it, pass it under, both of them.
Both?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right, so that's another way. Again,
Oh, that feels better.
okay, perfect. So again, what you want to do is find enough resistance. If it's too hard, you can't do it. So I will put it under the chair. So I'll get you to do 12 repetitions. From there, and I'll grab with the water bottles, right? Again, same motion, hands in front as if you're holding a box, and you're gonna press up at the top, okay? Lay down, press up at the top, right? So if you don't have enough resistance at your house, again, resistance bands are like 12, 15 bucks on Amazon. They'll go very far. Make sure you get the ones with the handle, okay? If you just have access to, for example, water bottles or cans of beans, one thing that will make the exercise more challenging within the 10 to 15 repetitions is going extra slow. So going 5 to 6 seconds up in each direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, just those 2 repetitions burnt. All right, my love, you can stop.
Yeah.
All right.
This is real workout.
All right, so for the last exercise for this first day of workout, we're gonna be doing bird dogs. So bird dogs are gonna go on your knees on the ground, on your arms like this. I'll get you to do it too.
I'm watching you first.
So there's gonna be a little bit of coordination on this one, okay? I'm scared to kick the bike. Okay, so what you wanna do is you're gonna wanna lift your right arm and your left leg and straight both of them out like this.
Oh, yeah.
So as you're up, squeeze the left butt cheek, squeeze the rear delt as you're coming up, and then bring it down, and then alternate. So right leg out, squeeze the butt cheek, left arm out. So that's 1. I'm gonna do 1 repetition on each side. So here we're looking to do 10 to 15 repetitions. That means 10 to 15 on each side. So 20 to 30 reps ultimately, right? So out, make sure you get a good squeeze and a slight hold for 0.5 seconds. Boom, bring it in, squeeze, down. Squeeze and hold, down. All right, 3, 4.
Do you point your
4.
toes or does it matter?
I just focus on squeezing the butt.
Okay.
Yeah, squeezing the butt's the most important part. I think that's 6. Someone will correct me on the camera. 7, 8. Don't forget to control your breathing. 9, 10, and 10. Awesome. So again,
Ooh,
10 to 15 repetitions. You're gonna rest for 60 seconds, and you're gonna do that a second time. Then that is going to be it for that workout. You will have completed full body workout 1. From seeing the time on the camera right now, this will take you much under 20 minutes, just because we've been talking in between, taking longer breaks from explaining. So this workout is gonna take you potentially 15 to 20 minutes. You're gonna be able to do it from the comfort of your house with very minimal amounts of equipment, okay? So now, for the cool down, stretching and recovery, we can do some stretches, right? So I'm gonna show you some stretches that you can do right now for your cool down, and then we'll go through day 2 of the workout and day 3 of the workouts. We're just gonna skip the warm up and the cool down, and we'll just kind of explain how to do the exercise properly versus doing the whole workout. Or else that video is gonna be too long and boring for you guys. I just wanna make sure you have the right form when doing the exercises. So for a cool down, once you get to the end of a workout, you wanna do something called static stretching. At the beginning, dynamic stretching could be like arm swings, right? did the jumping jacks, it could be leg swings, it can when we played around and played that knee tap game. Static stretching is when you're being in a static position and you are stretching. So for example, if you want to stretch your hamstring, you go to a traditional route of going down and touching your toes. All right, you want to make sure you keep your legs straight. All right, so stick the butt out. If you stick the butt out, you're going to feel the tension in the hamstring and in glutes, and go all the way down, touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, put your hands on your calves, on your knees, wherever needed, just so that you can feel that tension, right? If you can't touch your toes yet, eventually you can work your way to putting your hands on the ground, okay? Now the quad stretch, feel free to grab a wall. I'm just going to hold Ivy. She's going to hold me. All right, you're going to grab one leg, and you're going to do a quad stretch like this. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to bring your knee back like this and keep your knees together.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly. So try and get your heel to touch your butt. All right, so I'm going to get closer to the camera here. So grab a chair. So you want to grab your heel to touch your butt. You want to drive your knee backwards. Again, gently, because you'll hurt your hip flexors. So gently and keep your knees together. All right, don't be like this because it's not going to stretch too much for you. So from the front, here's what that looks like. From the side, here's what that looks like, okay? Now you wanna hold each stretch for each leg. Oh, not so much balance on this leg. You wanna hold each leg and each stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds each. And if needed, hold on to a chair, hold on to a wall. So you wanna do that for the hamstring, you wanna do that for the quads, you wanna do that for all the muscles that you've worked out. So in the description, I'm gonna link a stretching video that I did that gets you to stretch your whole body all at once. And so it's gonna be down below. It's like a 5-10 minute routine that you can follow. I will just link that one for the sake of keeping this video concise to explaining the 3 workouts that I want you all to do, okay? So now we're gonna move to day 2 of the full body workout.
Welcome to the workout 2.
All right, so this is the workout that you're gonna be doing on Wednesday. Getting a full body exercise, full body workout plan. We're gonna be doing 5 exercises. So we're gonna kick it off with the first one. Again, we're just gonna demonstrate how to do the exercises for the sake of time and so that you know how to do the exercise safely and effectively for the plan that is linked in the description, all right? So all you're gonna do is you're gonna take a knee on the ground, okay? Again, we're gonna show different variations of this. You're gonna take a knee on the ground and all you're going to do without putting your hands on your legs, without it, you're just going to stand up. So you're going to push with if you have your right leg on the ground, your right butt cheek and hamstring is what's going to put the emphasis on tensioning that so that you can come up. And all you gotta do is gonna go all the way down. Now, you don't want to bang your knee on the ground, you just want to slightly touch your knee on the ground. So that will require some control for you. If you aren't there yet, what you can do is simply have a cushion on the ground. Okay, so you're gonna take a knee, you're gonna press up, you're gonna go down, try to control yourself. If you feel like it gives up there, at least you have a little cushion. And then again, you're gonna press back up. So you do 10 to 15 repetitions on one leg. Go all the way up and down. Once you've done your 10 to 15 repetitions, we're gonna change leg. All right, we're gonna take a knee on the ground on the cushion or just simply on the ground here. Again, now we have our left leg in front. We're gonna put our attention on our left glute, butt cheek, and our hamstring. And we're going to squeeze up. Now, if you find yourself losing balance, it's potentially because your feet are you're putting them behind each other, right? So potentially it looks like this. Potentially you have your knee right under your other foot, and then you're pressing and you're finding yourself losing balance. So you need to have a little bit of a wider base. So feel free to stand shoulder width. So shoulder width, so if you have your hip here, you want that leg here and that lip here, you want to have that foot on the back. That way when you get up, you have a stronger base, right? You're gonna be wider. So go down, and you go up. Come on, love. Don't rest. All right, you're gonna do 10 to 15 repetitions on that leg. Okay?
I was just looking at your toes. Do they need to be pointed out or pointed in or just straight out?
Pointed straight forward.
Okay.
Yeah. And one thing you're going to notice when you're coming down as well is your knee might want to turn inward, right? Again, your body will find the path of least resistance. So same thing as when we were doing a squat on the previous workout, you want to focus on putting attention on the outside, okay? When you're working that, you're going to be working your legs properly.
Right.
Perfect. Now, if you struggle with balance, I'm just gonna put this here. If you struggle with balance and potentially getting up off of one leg, I'm gonna ask you to put a knee on the ground, have a chair there if needed. So if right now it's a little bit of a challenge, instead of pushing off of that leg, try as much as you can with your leg, and then if needed, assist with the chair to push yourself back up and to help with the balance. But if the balance is the issue, like I mentioned, go a little bit wider base, and as you come down, and you come up, just have the chair there to kind of just tap off and hold you off to make sure that you stay balanced as you're doing the exercise, okay? So as for the first exercise of the workout, we're gonna do 2 rounds of 10 to 15 repetitions. You're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds in between them. All right, the second exercise is gonna be a banded reverse grip row. So it's just like the row we did in the first workout, but instead of having our hands like this, we're gonna have our hands like this.
Okay.
Right? So we're gonna be turning our hands like this. We'll be engaging our back in a different way, but we'll also be engaging more of the bicep because your hand is in a supination position.
Okay.
So what that means when your hand's like this, basically. Okay, so I guess you get down to position again. So again, we'll position you, all right? So you're gonna slight bend in the knees. You're gonna bend down over at the hips. You're gonna hinge from the hips, okay? And now because you see that the band is loose, we're gonna cross them like last time. So now what you want is you want your hands to be like this, right? So open facing on the outwards like this. So now when you're pulling, same principle, pulling with the elbows and going up.
I'm gonna make it a little tighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you need more tension, go a little bit wider. There you go. So make sure you go all the way down.
I'm too strong for this elbow. Okay.
Yeah, but you're engaging more of the bicep. So when the bicep kicks in, you might be a little bit stronger. There you go. Down, there you go. And then when you come down, open the back, and you come up, pull from the elbow, squeeze. So pretend like you have like an orange back here, and you're trying to squeeze it and make some orange juice. Weird analogy, but it's been used for long times in the personal training world. So pretend you have an orange back here, and you're trying to squeeze it, okay? Again, to protect the lower back, make sure that you contract your core, okay? Perfect. So you 10 to 15 repetition. Do you notice the difference how much stronger you are when you've turned your hand?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, so you can stop. So again, we're gonna do 10 to 15, rest for 30 to 60 seconds, and then we'll go into the second round. And we're gonna move on to the third exercise, which is going to be the resistant band chest press. So now, this one might be a little bit tricky for some of you. If you don't have a resistance band, if you don't have anywhere to attach it to, you can just go and do push-ups on the ground like we did the previous workouts, right? So you can go on your knees, you can do some negative like we just shared in the previous one. If you have some bands and you have the attachment for the door frame, what would happen is you just put it on the door frame and you'd be able to press, okay? So Ivy is gonna act on my door frame in this scenario. So you're gonna hold the band. See, that's marriage right there. That's trust, because she can let that shit go as I'm pressing. Okay, turn sideways. Here's a second example. Okay.
That's a lot of trust, okay.
Don't let it go. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna step forward slightly so that there's already some tension on the band, okay? Now it's the same thing as the push-up. If you were to have a door in front of you, how would you press? Would you press it like this? Would you press it like this? That would be weird, right? You would just have it in front of you and you would press forward. Again, I'm just using the example of open hand for you pressing a door, but you want to close your hand on it so that it doesn't snap back. So you're going to press forward, and as you press forward, you're going to squeeze your chest together when you get at the peak here, okay? You don't want to lock the elbows. You want to keep a slight bend, and you're going to bring down and press forward, all right? So you do 10 to 15 repetitions of that, okay?
Stop
2.
pulling me.
3. All right, so as you're pressing, your elbows are tucked in at the beginning and then they tend to open up a little bit more towards the end. Again, they're not opening up high, they're staying at a 45-degree angle in pressing, all right? So,
A bit hard.
all right, so once you've done your set, 10 to 15 repetition, you're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds. You're gonna do that 2 times, right? So again, this will be a slightly different tension than doing a push-up, because a push-up, the tension will stay the same the whole way through, versus this one, the tension increases as the band increases, so it allows you to kind of get a little bit more at the end, okay? Now, the fourth exercise is gonna be the lateral band raise. So this one we can do with water bottles, so I guess you grab water bottles. I'm gonna do it with bands here. So lateral band raises. So what you want is you just wanna stand shoulder width, right? Slight bend in the knees, back upright. You wanna have your shoulders back. You're gonna be holding the weight here. I'm gonna show with bands shortly. And all you want to do is your hands are just hooks, right? They're just holding on to the bottle. You're not trying to use your forearm and your bicep to raise it. All you're gonna do is you're gonna focus on bringing your elbows up to a straight line, okay? So I want you to feel the difference. And for those of you guys listening as well, bring your arm down. Now flex your forearm and your bicep and try to pull it up with forearm and bicep, okay? And then go down. Now just hold it and pull from the elbows and see if you feel a different tension on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Right? Different. So it actually lowers the shoulder. Again, your body will find the path of least resistance. And so if you're asking to lift at something, it'll use a muscle that's the strongest. But we need to put attention to these little cues so that the tension when doing an exercise actually goes to the muscle. That's why there's a lot of people that exercise all the time that don't see any results, is because they're, let's say they're ego lifting, they're potentially not putting attention on how to do the exercise properly. Like when we coach our members, again, they're between 50 and 86. So we want to be safe. We want to be effective. They're in a time crunch a lot of the time. So we try to get in, get the job done, and get out. And so if you're going to block off 20, 30 minutes of your day, we want to make sure when you're doing an exercise, it's actually working the muscle that it's supposed to be working versus continuously working other muscles that are already strong and are compensating for a weak muscle. That's not how you're going to create a well-balanced body that's going to reduce your risk of injury as you get older, right? So you want to put the tension in the right place, and that's a great way. So imagine you have little strings here, and you're just pulling this up from here, okay? We're not using forearms and biceps to lift it. So again, you can stop. We're gonna do 10 to 15 repetitions of that. We're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds, and we're gonna do 2 rounds of that. Now we're gonna move on to our 5th exercise for the full body workout. For the Wednesday, it's gonna be a dead bug. Remember the dead bug? I can demonstrate this one since you did the lateral raise, all right? All right, so dead bugs, you're just gonna lay on the ground like a dead bug. So you have your legs at 90 degrees. You have arms straight out in front of you, all right? So same thing as our bird dog, you want to have the opposite leg and opposite arm go down in each direction. So left leg goes down, right arm is going to go down. Oh, I'm going to cover this. All right, you're going to bring it back up, and you know the opposite. Right leg, left arm is going to go down. So you're going to bring it up, right? So you're going to do this. That's going to be 1 on each side is going to be 1 repetition. We're going to do that 10 to 15 times. The goal is not to rush through these. It's to go nice, slow and control. Make sure you control the leg, make sure you control your arm, bring it back up. Nice, slow and control, and bring it back up, all right? So you do 10 to 15 repetitions on each side, so a total of 20 to 30 repetitions. You're gonna rest for 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, and we're gonna do 2 rounds of that. It's gonna help with your coordination, one of them. Second is gonna help to strengthen your core, because a lot of time when you are running and pushing is going to be the opposite arm and opposite leg. If you're doing anything, you're climbing up a stair, it's going to be the opposite leg and opposite arm. So you want to be able to work that coordination and make sure the muscles are firing properly. All right. Now time for full body workout 3.
Woo.
All right. So full body workout 3. Again, the warm-ups are going to be the same that we showed at the beginning of the workout. Again, it doesn't really matter what the warm-up is as long as you get a little sweat going. Right. It can be some knee taps. It could be playing some basketball, it could be riding your bike, it could be going for a walk outside, going for a little jog.
Treadmill.
As long as, yeah, the treadmill, as long as you're sweating a little bit. All right, so for the last workout that you're gonna do on Friday, we're gonna start off again with your usual warm up, and then the first exercise is gonna be some band chest fly, okay? So this one, I'm gonna show what it looks like with water bottles on the ground, but if you have some bands and you have an attachment or a partner, this is how it's gonna happen, right? So actually, I'll show it first and then Ivy can do the set.
I can.
Yeah. So again, if you have a door frame attachment or if you have someone behind you, what you want to do is you want to have your arms almost straight out, slight bend in your elbows. From that slight bend in your elbows, my love, hold it tight. All right, slight bend in your elbows. All you want to do is you simply want to go and hug the person in front of you, right? I'm pulling Ivy forward here, all right? You want to hug your person in front of you. As you're coming here, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your chest together. Squeeze in front of you. All right. Again, you don't want to go low. You don't want to go high. There's going to be a position that's most comfortable for you right here, and you're going to squeeze that together. Okay. So I'll get Ivy to do it so I can point out some cues. I promise I won't let it snap on you.
Right.
All right. So if you're the person behind and there's too much tension, you can move forward a little bit like I'm doing with Ivy here so she can squeeze it. Keep your shoulders back as you're at the peak of it. All right. So when you're at the peak of it, keep the shoulders back. There you go. Perfect. Open your arms though, like a fly. There you go. There you go. Awesome. All right.
Like I'm hugging someone.
Exactly. I'm training you to hug me stronger. There you go. All right. 12 to 15. Again, 10 to 15 repetition. Going to rest for 30 to 60 seconds. We're going to do 2 rounds of that. Now the second exercise is going to be some band reverse fly. Actually, let's do the fly with the water bottles. So you want to give me the yellow one. So if you have dumbbells or water bottles or cans of beans, whatever it may be, you don't have a resistance band, all you're gonna do is you're gonna lay on the ground here. You're gonna have your weights here, shoulders down and back. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna open your arms until they're flat on the ground basically, right? Still slight bend in the elbows because if you put it straight out, you'll put a lot of tension on your elbow. So slightly bent. And then as you come up here, you're gonna come and you're gonna hug and squeeze. You wanna squeeze those 2 weights, those 2 water bottles together, and you're gonna go down very slowly. If you don't have access to a lot of weight, Go very slow on the down, very slow on the up. Stay in control of the weight, so you control the resistance. Squeeze, and then go all the way down. And you're gonna do your 10 to 15 repetitions like that, all right? Make sure you have your head on the ground. And squeeze, and down, right? So there's gonna be a variation to do it with water bottles or cans of beans. And I am covered in tempes here. Okay, so reverse fly. I'm gonna show with the water bottle. So all you wanna do is basically the same as a bent over row in terms of positioning. So shoulder width. So shoulder width here, knees slightly bent. We're gonna bend at the hips here, okay?
Like this one.
And then you're gonna have your arms dangle in front of you. So instead of rowing, what we're going to do is we're simply going to bend our arms slightly. I'll show you when we cross it.
Okay.
And you're gonna pull the elbows back to squeeze the back of the shoulder. So keep everything straight, squeeze the back of the shoulder, go all the way down, okay? So if you have some water bottle resistance band, again, this is just water bottles. And just by focusing on squeezing the muscle, I can feel the tension, okay? So with the band, here's what that's gonna look like. I'm gonna position you this way. Feet shoulder width on it.
It's gonna be so hard.
Yeah, don't go too wide. So this one is a lot harder, right? Because it's just a tiny muscle back here. It's not the bicep in the back, which is a big muscle. So knee slightly bend forward, okay? So then what we're gonna do, honestly, you might just even leave it like this, right? So then, so you're gonna go arms straight, okay? Pull. Oh, it's too hard? Okay. Okay, so resistance band. Resistance band might be pretty hard, I'll be honest. I'll try it for myself as well.
Well, they have different sizes.
Yeah, they'll have different strength, but oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty challenging. Yeah, no. So again, definitely like the water bottle is better than the resistance band, okay? So resistance band, water bottles, cans of beans, whatever it may be, bend over, go down here, back straight, butt out. You're gonna come up and you're gonna squeeze. So I'm gonna get you to do that one just so you can feel what it feels like. Okay, up. So again, just start straight. Something about your knees. And then hinge forward at the hips. Okay, back straight, arms dangle down. Slight bend on the arms, and then focus on like there's a string here and you're pulling. Arms straighter. There you go, like this. And then squeeze it up here. You feel that? Perfect. All right, squeeze. So don't forget to breathe. Deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. There you go. So squeeze right. You'll feel it right back here behind your shoulder. All right, so you're gonna do 10 to 15 repetitions. You're gonna rest for 30 to 60 seconds, and we're gonna do 2 rounds of that. All right, keep going, my love. 50 more. All right, you can stop. All right, so the third exercise, we'll be doing a glute bridge. So glute bridge, my love, I'll get you to lay on the ground. You do it with me.
Okay.
So lay on the ground here.
Do I face the same way or opposite?
You can do the opposite way. I would get 2 views. Okay, perfect. So you lay on the ground. All you're gonna do is gonna bring your heels slightly closer to your butt here. And all you're going to do is you're going to hinge your hips forward and do a thrust and a bridge. You're gonna squeeze your butt cheek at the top. If you have a band, you can put the band around your legs here and push your legs on the outside. It's gonna create even more tension on your glutes. But we don't have any bands at the house. So you go here, you're gonna go up. That's gonna be 1 repetition. And go all the way down, 2. All the way down, 3. All right, we do 10 to 15 repetitions of these glute bridges, and that's going to help to build your glute muscles, your butt cheeks, which for most people is severely underactivated. You can keep going, which is severely underactivated because they sit around all day, right? So the glute is always in a relaxed position. So it is a great exercise to do, which will also help with your posture tremendously, okay? So
do you need to hold it up here or?
Just for like 0.5 seconds.
Okay.
Just to kind of get that squeeze and go all the way down. If you're a bit more advanced, you can put a weight on your hips. All right, if you have a dumbbell, come here, hold the bottle. All right, so you can add some weight there to create more resistance. If you're a little bit more advanced, give me the bottle, and you want to put extra tension on one glute, you can lift one leg up in the air. There you go. So now you're feeling putting more tension on the right leg, on the right glute. You feel it?
Switch?
Yeah, so obviously if you're gonna do one leg, do 10 to 15 on one side, 10 to 15 on the other side, basically. All right.
Woo.
Perfect, come up. Tempe, you wanna work out with us? You wanna work out with us, Tempe? All right, so next one is actually gonna be the seated band shoulder press, which you did earlier. So just gonna recap it really quickly. So put that under. Actually, I'll do this one because you did it earlier. All right, you're gonna put the band under the chair. Again, if you have dumbbells, you don't have to put the band under the chair, But same thing, what you want to do is you want to sit upright. You don't want to slouch your back on the back of the seat. You want to have your back upright, feet firmly planted on the ground because that's going to be your foundation to push from. Hold the box in front of you, the weights in front of you, close your hands, and you're simply going to press up and slightly open up your elbows as you get over your head and down, okay? So you're going to do 10 to 15 repetitions of that. Make sure the band is right under your butt and press. One thing I'm going to point out is many of you will think that going higher is better. So what I mean by that is if I was to press, I would press here. Yes, I could do this here to overreach and press it higher, but that's actually going to pinch my neck if I do that. So we don't want that. We want to keep our shoulders down and we're going to press up. By keeping your shoulder down and pressing up, you're keeping the tension on the shoulder versus overreaching like this, right?
Right.
Same thing as pressing. If you're pressing, you don't want to overreach with the shoulder. You want to keep the shoulders back, all right? So that's going to be exercise number 4. You do 10 to 15 repetition, rest for 30 to 60 seconds. You're going to do 2 rounds of that. All right, so on to the 5th exercise for the 3rd workout. So the last exercise for the workout, you want to lay on the ground and make sure you have your little dog on top of you. So when we did the bird dog, when we had the opposite leg and opposite arm lifted, it's going to be the exact same thing, but we're going to be laying on the ground. So Ivy's going to raise her right hand and her left leg, and she'll get a nice squeeze and a hold for 0.5 seconds. Going to bring it down, and then switch. There you go. So that's going to be 1 repetition. So I'm going to do that for 10, 15 repetitions. So total, you'll be doing about 20 to 30 repetitions total. But make sure you do it evenly on each side. Okay, you're going to rest for 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to do 2 rounds of that. So a few things to keep to mention on this one is Ivy's looking at the dog. You want to keep your head down, keep the spine aligned. So when you're coming up, you want to squeeze the glute and squeeze the top of the shoulder. And you're going to feel it. You're going to squeeze it in your lower back as well. You're going to feel it up here. There you go. I can feel Ivy's lower back tighten and she's doing it. All right. Now important, obviously, make sure to remember to breathe. Ivy's getting a lot of love from the little doggies right now. All right, Ivy, my love, want to come up?
You know I'm suffering.
So you guys are going to do 2 rounds of that. So again, this is just us going through the 3 workouts that you guys can try. Again, down below, there's a guide with all the exercises, how many sets, how many reps, how long to rest. There's videos showing you how to do the exercises as well. I will link down below the cool down exercise video too. And Ivy and I are newer to doing like workout videos on YouTube. So if you guys enjoy those, be sure to let us know in the comment section below. And yeah, if there's any other workout that you'd like us to see us do in terms of specific thing like strengthening the legs, strengthening the lower back, strengthening the core, whatever it may be, let us know. We'd be more than happy to fill those for you. We have some incredible things coming in 2025. And so you guys better subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of them. We have a lot of cool giveaways and cool things coming in the new year. And so again, this workout started in 2025. By the time you see this video, feel free to start because you probably have like a week or so before the new year where you can start exercising and build some momentum for yourself. But it's intended to do a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday with 1 day of rest in between. Obviously, all the other things matter. Eat whole food, plant-based, focus on diversity. Eat your plant-based protein per day, get your steps in, get good sleep, stress management, the laundry list of things you need to do. But ultimately, if you just start to build this little tiny habit of exercising 3 times a week for 15 to 20 minutes, it'll start to compound of itself and you'll get great results and you'll become a fit vegan in 2025. Fit vegan like Ivy. I got a tattoo for Ivy on the inside of her arm. All right.
Both arms.
Anything you want to add?
Oh, just excited for the new year.
Awesome, guys. We appreciate you all. Thank you for watching the video, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.